Putin Bad News Putin once secretly wired US MMA star Anthony Ruiz $150,000 to fix his broken nose sustained at the controversial Sochi Winter Olympics. Vladimir Putin is well known for being both a formidable political figure and an avid sports fan. An interesting tale that bridges the gap between sports and politics was told by MMA veteran Anthony Ruiz. On August 11, 2012, the incident occurred during the League S70 Russian Championship Finals. In his fight against Alexander Shlemenko, Ruiz was a massive underdog. Ruiz faced a formidable opponent over the course of 3 rounds, but was ultimately defeated by a unanimous decision. After the game, however, Russian President Vladimir Putin approached Ruiz in an intriguing turn of events. Vladimir Putin praised the veteran MMA fighter's effort and rewarded him handsomely, much to Ruiz's delight. Putin, impressed by Ruiz's determination despite his severe wounds, promptly wired the fighter around $150,000. When Anthony Ruiz found out he had won the money, he was shocked and thoughtful. The reasoning behind his decision to keep the money was that it was a small fraction of Vladimir Putin's overall fortune. In an interview with Bleacher Report, Khabib Nurmagomedov's former trainer Nick Diaz recounted how Russian President Vladimir Putin had praised the lightweight champion after his victory over Conor McGregor at UFC 229. Putin not only congratulated Nurmagomedov, but he also understood his controversial actions after the fight, when he leapt from the octagon and started fighting. Although Nurmagomedov was reported to the Nevada Athletic Commission, NAC, for the incident, Putin's words seemed to strike a chord with the Eagle in the hours following the bout. Putin said, in translation, that Canada has sanctioned Belarus on the 3rd anniversary of the widely discredited re-election of authoritarian President Alexander Lukashenko to a 6th term in office in the European nation. Sanctions against the Lukashenko regime were announced by Global Affairs Canada on Wednesday, coinciding with the enforcement of similar measures by the United States, Britain, the European Union, and New Zealand. The democratic nations have rejected the election of August 9, 2020, which saw Lukashenko win a 6th 5-year term. After the election results were announced, protests broke out in Minsk, which was met by a violent crackdown by the Lukashenko regime. Human Rights Watch claims that over the course of 4 days, nearly 7,000 protesters and bystanders were arrested and detained, in inhuman and degrading conditions. According to the American charity, hundreds of people were tortured or otherwise mistreated. It stated that at least 3 people had been killed by police in the month of August. Since Russian President Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine was launched on February 24, 2022, from within Lukashenko's borders, the Democratic allies have sanctioned Belarus multiple times for its violations of human rights.